everyone. I'm Donna Bush with your CIG TV News Update. Glad you could join us as always. We begin with news from a press conference held today. Premier the Honorable Alden McLaughlin, Deputy Governor the Honorable Franz Manderson, and Minister of Finance the Honorable Marco Archer met with local media to announce good news.
The portfolio of the civil service has received an unqualified opinion with respect to its financial statements. But perhaps most notably, for the first time since the Public Management and Finance Law came into effect in 2004, the 2013-2014 financial statements for the Ministry of Community Affairs have been signed by the Auditor General with an unqualified opinion and within the statutory deadline. Additionally, financial statements for the Ministry of District Administration, Tourism and Transport have received a qualified opinion from the Auditor General. The Auditor General has said, and I quote from his email, "This is the first time that a ministry responsible for tourism or district administration has not received an adverse opinion or disclaimer of opinion since the introduction of the Public Management and Finance Law, which is a notable step forward in accountability and is something which deserves to be marked," unquote.
And you can watch the entire press briefing only here on CIG TV tonight starting at 8 o'clock. The much talked about disability policy was approved by Cabinet back on October 7th. The policy was developed by a steering committee and supported by various stakeholders. In celebration of the landmark policy, a reception was held recently, and Sherry Smith from the Sunrise Center, and who's been instrumental in seeing the policy through, explains more about the policy and what it means.
A lot of the recommendations that are coming out of the action plans, which were written already for the policy, look at really in the first year identifying what it is that ministries or departments are doing to address the needs of persons with disabilities within the realm that they are servicing. If they're not meeting those needs, why they're not looking at the gaps and what's preventing us from doing what we need to do. Extremely important. You know, if we lived in a perfect world, we wouldn't need this law because persons with disabilities would have access to everything that they need to have access to for those who are not disabled. Reality is we don't. So we need to put things in place to ensure the protection of these individuals and access to things. I now work with the adult side of this population, and for some reason there's this kind of mindset, you have a child who's born with a disability, but that child eventually grows up as an adult, and a lot of the things that programs and laws that we have in place protect them while they're children. However, it changes when they become adults. They have to sign documents, but if they can't sign, who signs for them? Legal issues and going to court as parents being seen as their legal guardians. And then we have other issues where we have adults who are working, proven that they can take care of themselves, and we still have families who are a bit protective and not allowing them to express their independence and so forth. So we really need to get these in place, things in place so that we can create that balance. And it's not just government. And then what I'm hoping, obviously the policy kind of mandates government departments more so. However, I encourage the private sector because this is a partnership. This is not just for the persons who are living with disabilities today. This is for every single citizen in our country, because at any point in time we can find ourselves in a situation where we need to access something and we can't, or we have a family member who becomes disabled and they can't access it. So everyone needs to really jump on this and look at what we're doing and do we need to change it. And some things, yes, are going to cost money, and some things aren't. So we're really looking forward to a lot of the quick wins happening within the next year.
Implementation of the disability policy and associated legislative will set the foundation for the Cayman government to request via the United Kingdom that the United Nations Convention on Human Rights of Persons with Disabilities be extended to us here in the Cayman Islands. And we'll hear more from Ms. Sherry Smith on our news update on Thursday evening. Meantime, the Health Services Authority is inviting the public to join them in celebrating Kidney Day next Tuesday, November the 18th. From 9 in the morning to 12 noon, you can have free testing for blood pressure, blood sugar, and your cholesterol levels. It all will take place as you enter the front of the hospital. The public is also invited to a free lecture with St. Matthew's University this Thursday 2 exotic species veterinarians will speak about the blue iguana, their part in conservation, what the invasion of the green iguana means, and best practices for controlling the iguana population in a humane way. Admission is free to the National Trust supported event. Well, if you missed today's news update, you can get all the details on our Facebook page and YouTube channel. Also, you can watch CIG TV throughout the night. We also invite you to tune into Radio Cayman's For the Record and Talk Today shows the weekdays and week mornings with hosts Sterling Dwayne Ebanks and Orit O.C. Connor. For now, I'm Donna Bush, thanking you for joining us, wishing you a wonderful and safe night, and hoping to see you back here again on Thursday evening. Until then, bye-bye for now.